Hey crypto friends, how's it going? I'm Michael Selbel. In this video, I would like to review my first liquidity mining project. It is over here on Osmosis. I started liquidity providing over here 1 month ago. Today, I want to check what this has done for me and decide whether I continue or pull out of this position. But whatever I do over here in the video, this is no financial advice. I'm not telling you what you should do. If you want to get into liquidity providing, then be aware that this is risky. You can lose your money. Do your own research and then take your own decisions. Over here, today I want to check if I took a good decision. So I went to osmosis.zone. Over there I click enter the lab. I have my Kepler wallet installed as a browser extension in this browser, so the lab shows me my figures. You might have seen in a video 1 month ago that I provided liquidity into one of the pools. That was the Atom XPRT pool. I went in with $1,000 worth of tokens and provided it over here. Right now, my liquidity stands at 839. So I have some impermanent loss, quite a bit of impermanent loss actually. And that's kind of okay because on the other hand, I get rewards for the liquidity providing. But yeah, it's a bit of loss over here. Then what I did 1 day later was I took another $1,000 worth of Atom tokens and provided liquidity over here in pool number 4, the Akash token Atom token pool. Same over here, there is quite a bit of impermanent loss, roughly 15%, but okay, that doesn't mean anything. The APR is going down rapidly. When I started 1 month ago, the APR was at 1,127 for weekly bonding. And now it's down to around about 200%. That's what happens over time. I think with this liquidity providing, it's a good idea to get in fast and get out fast. These pools, they fill up quickly. The rewards go down quickly. So you have to watch this sort of things and then get out in time. Another thing over here is that the rewards are paid in Osmo tokens. Over here I see for today I've got 5.17 Osmo tokens as a reward. However, Osmo went down in price. If we pull up the price chart over here on CoinGecko, then we go to 30 days, then we see it went down. The day I started on Osmosis, the Osmo token was at $5.33. And now it's always around $1.60, $1.70. Right now it's $1.68. So it went down significantly. And I saw that, I noticed that, and this is why I changed all my Osmo tokens that I got for rewards into Atom tokens. This way I now have 44 Atom tokens over here. Well, if we have a look at Atom, then this is much more stable than Osmo. Over here, this chart just shows 1 day, but anyway, the Atom token was around $11.50, $12 all the time, so it remained relatively stable, but I'm not interested in hodling Atom tokens. I don't believe that this token will go up significantly in value. The inflation is currently set to 7%. Of course, inflation for such a token is not the same as inflation for a fiat currency. This token is designed to have a high inflation between 7% and I think 20%. But then again, I believe that will not let the token appreciate very much in price. So I'm not a big fan of hodling Atom either. Over here, it just was a better choice for now. Let's take a look how much assets I have over here in total. I will pull the liquidity out of the pools. I go to one of the pools, the bonding period has ended. Unbonding is complete. I can withdraw the liquidity over here. I go to low transaction fee, so I don't pay any transaction fee. This is fantastic. I love that. Okay, now I can go to add remove liquidity. I want to remove liquidity. I want to remove 100% and click remove liquidity. Choose the low gas fee and approve. That goes through without a problem. Let's go to my other pool and do the same. This is the Atom XPRT pool. Unbonding is complete. I can withdraw the liquidity. I have to approve the withdrawal. Then I can remove this liquidity. I go to 100%, remove liquidity, confirm. When I now go to my assets, there's a few Osmo tokens from today, some Atom tokens from the pool and from the rewards, and then the Akash tokens and XPRT from the liquidity. All in all, I'm at 2,214 US dollars. Let's quickly calculate exactly what that means. I've got this simple yield calculator sheet over here. You can have this sheet if you're interested. If you go to michaelzelbel.io, sign up for my newsletter, then you get access to all my calculators and all my little cheat sheets. Over here, we started with 2,000 US dollars. Right now, we have 2,214, 2,214. That means we have 10.7% yield in 1 month. On the one hand, 10.7% in 1 month is spectacular for any traditional investment opportunity. On the other hand, I feel like 10.7% for the risks that I have in these pools is not all that much. I believe we will see a bull run in the coming weeks, but it could also be that the market is tanking because there's a lot of FUD regarding regulations in the US. I guess it's going to be a little bit turbulent, and that means I will suffer much more impermanent loss in these pools. And I don't think that the rewards that I receive over here will make up for that, especially since the APR in these pools, it's now much lower than it was 1 month ago, which is normal. It's to be expected, but for me, that just means right now I want to pull out of this position and do something else. Right now, I believe it would be better for me to take the money and put it into an altcoin that is established and that will appreciate over the next couple of weeks in the bull run that I expect, for example. So I want to leave Osmosis, even though I love the project, I love the interface, I love this Cosmos ecosystem, all fine, but I don't think it's the best that I can do with my money right now. Good. I will have to convert all these tokens, the Osmo, the Akash, and the XPRT, into Atom tokens because that's the only token of these which is traded on the exchange that I use. I use Binance. They trade Atom, but they don't trade any of these other tokens. First, the Osmo. We'll change from Osmo to Atom. I don't pay gas. I just pay the swap fee, which is quite something with 0.3%. That went through. Then I have Akash tokens. I want the maximum and swap them to Atom. Low gas fee and approve. And then I still have XPRT. They are over here. I want to swap all of them. Click on swap. Click low, approve. When I now go to my assets, then everything should be Atom. Yes, all of that is Atom tokens. Good. I can withdraw the Atom tokens from this platform into my Kepler wallet. The address of my wallet is in here because it's connected to Osmosis. I want all of the Atom tokens and withdraw. Low, approve. Good, that's done. When I open my wallet, then I should see the Atom tokens sooner or later. One cool feature of this wallet is that I can directly stake my currency over here via a stake button. And it says earn up to 10% per year. I think this is a really cool feature. On the other hand, earning up to 10% per year, while the inflation is currently set to 7% and it can go up to 20% by design, for me, that doesn't sound like the most favorable position to be in. So I'm not interested in staking Atom tokens at this point. There we are, the Atom tokens arrived. And you see, after all this swapping, I did pay a bit of a fee. I don't have $2,214 anymore. It's now worth $2,189. But okay, that's good enough. I will send this over to my exchange. I can say send. And when I go to Binance, I can deposit Atom tokens over there. I select the network to be Atom. I copy this address, which is my receiving address in the Binance exchange. The Kepler wallet vanished from my browser window. Okay, I open it once again. Send. The recipient is this address. I paste it in there. Then for the amount, I choose all of it. And I have to add a memo over here. That's important. This is a memo, and I have to type that in over here. The average gas fee is okay in this case, 2 cents. Fantastic. I can scroll down and click on send. Proof. That's on its way. It's now 1 day later. Yesterday on Binance, I noticed an uptrend in the price of the Atom token. I did not sell my Atom tokens right away. Instead, I was riding the uptrend a little bit. Binance has got this OCO functionality, which means one order is canceling the other order. There I can say, I will sell when the price hits a certain price target, let's say $14.20, or please execute a stop limit order if the price is dropping to another floor that I define, like $13.20, and then create a limit order for $13.15 for me. This is a stop loss. And this is what I want as a take profit. I was bracketing the price of Atom, and I was adjusting my orders along the way, increasing them as the price of Atom increased. Then what we saw after a while was a bigger sell-off, which drove down the price of Atom. I didn't get my take profit, but my order ran into the stop loss limit. I sold my Atom for $13.118 for a total of $2,514.727, which is good. If I put that into my yield calculator, then the result is a gain of $514 or 25.736%. That's really good. Now, even though I'm pulling out of Osmosis, I'm happy about awesome projects like Osmosis. They give the Atom currency some utility which then makes the price of this currency stronger, so I can make an exit with a comfortable 25% after 1 month. Anyway, I'm out of Osmosis and Atom right now. Let me know what you think in the comments. If the market changes, then I might look at that again. Or if they add pools with stable coins on Osmosis, I might look at it again. But for now, I'm really happy with my 25% exit. And if you would like to see my next moves, then please subscribe to this channel. And if you found this video helpful, I would be super happy about a thumbs up. And I hope I see you in the next video.